I'm Maeve, if you're new to me. I do like knowing where you're from. Hi, Jordan. I can see you from over here. I like seeing you. Yay. If you're new to me, I'm Maeve, and I give lots of options, lots of versions, and I encourage you to really find what you need today, so that even if I'm giving you something and it's not what you need, you have the power to find that. We're going to start very briefly sitting, so if you want to put a block or anything under your hips, we're not going to be here long, I promise you. I promise you. We didn't come to sit, I know. At least not yet. Let your hands rest on your thighs, allow your eyes to soften. And just notice your breath. So we're just observing, you don't need to change anything. We'll have lots of time for that. First, just observe. One more breath here. And then transition to your hands and your knees. Hands under the shoulders, knees under your hips, feet directly out from the knees. And then bend the elbows a little bit, hug the elbows in, and then pull the heart forward with the elbows bent. Lift the tailbone just a little bit. And then drive the feet down, drive the knees to shins and hands. Straighten the arms around the back, come into cat. And we're going to hold in cat for a few breaths. And you're going to tuck the toes, keep the cat, just come into plank with the upper back and cat. And then keep the strength in the belly, just pull the heart, the gaze forward, and we're in plank. You can always use your knees here. Make it accessible. Downward facing dog, exhale. Forward to plank, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Plank, inhale. And down dog, exhale. Keep that going a few more times on your own. So we're using this, just this really easy movement forward and back, to start to regulate your breath, to start to find that sort of pattern, that rhythm of breath, which may or may not match my rhythm of breath, but we're going to loosely move together in that way, so that even if it's not exactly the same song, we're kind of together, at least we're harmonizing. Next time you come forward to plank, pause, big breath in, thighs to the sky, resist the floor, and then start to bend the elbows and lower all the way down to your belly. Reach the hands for your heels, float the feet up off the ground, and then just a gentle Shalavasana, lifting the heart forward, lengthening the legs back. Bring the hands back next to the chest, by the ribs, tuck the toes, scoop the belly, come back up to plank, and downward facing dog. Shift again into plank. Exhale, lower down to your belly with control. Shalavasana, inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, press up to plank. Downward facing dog. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, forward to plank. Control down to the belly. Keep that scoop in the belly. Shalavasana, inhale. Exhale, release. Scoop up, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right foot comes forward, left knee comes down. Pretty short stance. Right angle in both legs. Find that belly. So think of it a little bit like cat's pose. So reach the arms forward like you're pushing into the ground to get that cat. Scoop the belly in, push into the back foot, push into the front foot. Engage the left glute a lot, and then lift the arms up. So keeping that belly really awake here. Keeping this glute really awake here. Get a nice opening in the front of that left leg. Take another breath in. Release the hands down. Step back to plank. This time, floor again. Cobra, inhale. Stay for a few breaths. Power up the legs. Push the tops of the feet down. Down dog, exhale. Left foot steps forward. Right knee comes down. Not too crazy long of a stance. Rise up. Pull the belly back. Reach the arms forward like you're doing a cat's pose. Spread the upper back. Beautiful, yes. Push that back foot down. Lifting up. Keep that. Engage the right hip. Right there. Really nice. Take another breath in. And then bring your hands down. Step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Chaturanga this time, or the floor. And then either Shalabhasana, Cobra, or upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog with your exhale. Right away, lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, don't go anywhere. Take your rib cage as close to your thighs as you can, then look where you're going. You're going to bring your feet to your hands. Push off the feet, come forward. Lengthen halfway with your inhale. And then fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. And then pause here for a moment, just pause. Find that little bit of connection here in your center. So shorten from belly button to pubic bone, sternum to belly button. Think of cat's pose. Push forward, give me this again, and then lift the heart. Keep the belly of cat without over tucking, just a sense of drawing back, and then arms up. So for me, when I keep this awareness here, I get a lot more in my shoulders when I take the arms up. So get that sense. One more inhale. And then forward fold with your exhale. Lengthen your spine forward with your inhale. And then take it back to plank. Chaturanga, exhale. You're rising into upward facing dog or cobra or Shalabhasana. And you're exhaling back into downward facing dog. So you can change out whatever back bend you like there. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, bring your feet to your hands. Lengthen halfway, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Rise up, inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands into your heart. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bowing forward. So awareness in the belly without causing yourself to go into flexion. Come halfway with your inhale. Extend through the spine. Plant your hands. Chaturanga. Or any of your other variations. Rise, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees. Gazes forward, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale, yes. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bowing forward. Lengthen halfway, inhale. And then Chaturanga, exhale. Beautiful. Rise, inhale. And downward facing dog, exhale. You're amazing. Pause in your breath. Really good. Lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. And then exhale, fold. Let your glutes help you here. Inhale, pull the heart up, grab on with the backs of the legs. Lift, 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 lift. And then draw your hands into your heart. Step your left foot back behind you. Warrior one legs, warrior one legs. And then take your arms out wide. And then bring your hands behind your back, knuckles together. And then breathe back into your hands. So rather than letting the hands kind of push you forward, do the exact opposite. Breathe back into your hands. Push the knuckles to each other, so kind of like you're fist bumping yourself. And then draw the shoulders open a little bit. Stretch the elbows wider to the sides, like out away from each other. Inhale, sweep the arms up, keep all that strength. Exhale, hands come down to the ground. Step back to plank, chaturanga. Your version, or skip it all together and go straight to down dog. Your right leg stretches back with an inhale. Your right leg stretches back with an inhale. Place your right foot up between your hands. Stay high in the back toes and come up into Crescent Pose. So you're on the same leg that was just forward. Beautiful. Right hand can bend, or the elbow can bend, and the hand can come behind your head or behind your shoulder blades. Support with the left hand if it feels good. If you have a strap, you're welcome to use a strap. You can also bring your left hand behind your back, just like we did in Warrior One, but bringing it across. And then maybe, of course, if it's there for you, you can take the arm up. But it's less about getting the hands together. If you get your hands together, if you're using a strap, you're then pulling them against each other. So you're not just there like, oh, yes, check, I got there. There's an action here. And if the arm is over here, you're just kind of pushing this hand, this left hand, over toward the right. Still containing the front body. Engage that left glute. And then release, left hand down, right hand to the sky. Use a block if you need to. Nice big twist here. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. Pull your feet toward each other. So imprint your right foot down and then pull it toward the back of your mat. Push the left toes, the ball of the foot down, and pull it toward the front of your mat. Yes. Beautiful. Last 2 breaths. You're going to come to Malasana at the top of your mat. So just bring this right arm around, step the left foot forward, take your feet as wide as you need them to be, and then sink down. Your heels might not come to the ground ever, and that's okay. It's okay. They might. You might surprise yourself. They might already be there. If you're like me and you're really comfortable down super low, lift up a little bit. So rather than just resting into the joints, creating this resistance down into the ground so that we have a sense of lifting up. Next inhale, rise all the way up to stand, and then pause. And step your right foot back. Warrior one in the legs. Yep. Take the arms out wide, bring them behind your back. Knuckles come together. Doesn't have to be up the back, can be straight across. Push the hands against each other. So this action of pushing the hands against each other is going to broaden across the chest. We want that. And then reach the elbows away from each other. And then notice if you're going into a back bend here, and see if you can contain and breathe back into your hands. your glutes. Work the right quadricep back. Same action as in crescent. You're drawing the feet toward each other. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Keep that connection in the front body. Sink a little deeper. Take a breath in. Release your hands down. Step back to plank. Chaturanga or not. You can take this right to down dog. That's the last time I'm going to say it because I officially have given you permission to skip all Vinyasa or all Chaturanga Vinyasa. Left leg goes back, inhale. And then left foot comes forward. Crescent pose, rising up. And then bend the left elbow. Support at the elbow. Bring the right hand behind the back if you want. Maybe bring the hand to hand and then pull against each other, or use a strap or your shirt or towel or something, a sock. Anything that's there for you. Pull the feet toward each other. Use the right hip. Sense of buoyancy here. Like if you wanted to, you could jump it. We're not going to, but it's that sense of awake, alive. Even though it might visually look static, there's a lot happening. Sweep the arms back up. And then right hand comes down. Left hand up. Big generous twist. Every point that's in the ground, the right hand, the feet, press them down. And then draw in toward that center line, like you're drawing up, 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 up to the sky. So beautiful. And then we're coming to Malasana, top of the mat. Step the right foot forward. Maybe lift like a half an inch here. Wake it up. One more inhale. This time forward fold with your exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. And draw your hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sinking into Malasana, drop down. Forward fold. Lengthen up. Come back to Malasana, sink down. Forward fold. And Malasana, just a few rounds like that. Good. Next time to forward fold, slide the knees into the triceps. You don't have to go anywhere, but if you want, float it up into crow. There's some of that like buoyancy sensation that you have in the transition between Malasana and forward fold that translates here. Good. When you're ready, Vinyasa or down dog. Pause and breathe. Right leg back, inhale. Right knee, right tricep, exhale. Stay forward, please. And then bring the knee over to the left. And bring it back to the right. Sweep the leg back. Bring your foot between your hands, please. Straighten the front leg and pause. And then bend the right knee, turn the left heel down. Bring your right arm onto your right thigh, bring your left hand behind your back. Good, now breathe your low back into your left forearm. So this is perfect, this doesn't have to change. We're not gonna take the full rep. So I just saw this the other day and I loved it, so we're gonna do it today. You're gonna bring your right shoulder inside of your right knee. You're gonna bring your right hand behind your right hip without bringing the hands together, like you wanna fist bump yourself. And maybe you do, but you don't take the wrist. So you're not actually taking that bind. You're taking all the actions of it without taking it. If it's too much to have the right arm inside, you just have it here. Release the hands down, step back to plank, chaturanga. Rise, inhale. And then downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Out to the left, exhale. Stay forward, inhale the knee over to the right. And then come back to the left. Come up and back. And then place the left foot forward. Use blocks if you need them. Straighten both legs, pause here. Back heel can be up. I don't think I specified, so it doesn't really matter. Just get into this front hamstring, the sense of pushing the floor away to lengthen the legs. It's not about jamming the knees back, it's about pushing the feet down and lifting the knees up. Yeah. And then bend the front leg. Take your left arm onto your left thigh. Open up, bring this right hand behind your back. Good. So we're doing like an unbound bound in side angle. Good. This can stay here. This can come in. And again, hands are not touching. Hands are not touching. I promise I'm going to give you that opportunity later. But right now, just working the action without relying on the hands being together. So using the right hand into the left hip to pull the right shoulder open. Contain the belly, breathe into the forearm of this right arm. And pull the feet toward each other. Yes. Last inhale. Release the hands down. Step back, Vinyasa or down dog. Lift your heels, listen, 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 bend your knees, Malasana. Forward fold. Malasana. Bakasana. Or forward fold. Heart forward, inhale. Chaturanga. Rise. Downward facing dog. Right leg back, inhale. Right knee, right tricep, exhale. Inhale, bring it over to the left. Exhale, bring it back to the right. Inhale, back. Exhale, place your foot forward. Both legs straight. And then bend the right knee. Right arm onto your right thigh. Side angle. Maybe, same option. Maybe find the hand. Release, left hand down, right hand to the sky. Left heel to the sky, twist open. Push that left hand down, roll open, Vashisthasana. Let's get a big arc here. Come back up, chaturanga or not. Flow through to down dog. Left leg back, inhale. To the left, exhale. To the right elbow, inhale. And back to the left, exhale. Inhale back. And then place the foot forward. Straighten both legs. And then bend the left knee. Roll it open, side angle, half wrap, that pseudo wrap, or if you want now, you can take the full wrap. So for me, I'm going to be totally honest, I get way more out of not wrapping, out of not connecting the hands, than I do by just trying to get the knuckles toward each other. So find where you get more feedback. And then release it, right hand down, right heel up, left hand to sky. And then Vashisthasana. And let's do that same thing. Let's get a nice big stretch in the side body. And then Vinyasa to down dog. Heels up, knees bend, Malasana, feet forward. Good. We're going to make our way onto our back. So if you're comfortable here, just going ahead and like sitting down, lying back, you're going to keep the knees apart, you're going to keep the hands together. Bring the big toes to touch, the base of the big toe to touch. And then you're in an isometric here. Your knees are pushing into your arms are pushing back into your knees. Your breath is full. And then stretch the legs forward, reach the arms forward. Navasana, lifting up, knees happily bent here. You choose, straight or bent. Hold on if you need to. Now bend your knees with purpose. Bring your heels toward your sitting bones. Reach those both arms forward and slide the triceps onto the top of the knees. Slide the knees into the armpits. Take the feet forward, reach down, find your big toes if you can, and then take the legs out as much as you can. You're pushing the heels away. Beautiful. Yes, yes. And my legs are probably a little wider than shoulders, like a substantial amount wider than my shoulders in case you can't see from this angle. And then bend the knees. Bring those knees back into your triceps. You know we're back in crow, right? This is crow. We're just sitting in crow. So we've taken the weight out of the wrists here so you can really kind of tap into what the actions are here. The back is rounding, the belly's pulling back. It's a lot, I know, it's not easy. It's not any easier sitting. You got one more time, reach down, find those big toes, push out and away. Maybe this time start to bring the legs a little closer together, but maybe not. Maybe that's like not in the plans. Lift the heart. You're going to get here however you need to get here, but here's a suggestion. We're going to rock back and come into Malasana yet again. So we're going to rock it back. And just come forward. Cha-cha, yes. Bring your hands down. Now let's see if we can find that crow that we just had sitting on our backs. And then this time come into chair. Put the feet down, lift up. Left knee lifts up, step your left foot back. Come into warrior one. And then release your hands down. Sweep your right leg up and back. Combine left toes. So listen, you can just step your right foot forward again, or if you want, you're going to take a little hop here, and you're going to put your right foot down. So you hop up, and right foot comes down. So there's a little switch in the air. Yeah, left foot goes back, crescent pose, lifting up. Bend the right elbow, Maybe find Gomakasana arms, maybe not. And then straighten the front leg. Good, sweep both arms up. Keep the back heel up, just for today, just for a little something, something, something different. Both legs are straight, split the arms, turn the left arm forward. Reach forward, reach forward, reach forward. Use a block if you need it. Left hand inside or outside of that right foot, and we twist. So just a variation on a revolved triangle. Back heel lifted, it's a lot more balance required. Pull the feet toward each other, pull the heart forward. Beautiful. Really nice. Last big breath in. And then releasing down with that right hand. Come onto the pinky side of your left foot. And then put your left hand down. Maybe, just maybe, grab this right foot with your right hand, like we did sitting in boat pose. And then maybe start to take that leg up. Yeah. And then if you'd like, chaturanga, up dog, down dog, go for it. And we'll meet in down dog. And then left leg back. Place your left foot forward. Crescent pose, rise up. Bend the left elbow, support the elbow, or take Gomakasana arms. Work the right glute, draw the belly back. And then rise up. Keep the back heel lifted. Take the right arm forward, the left arm back. Reaching forward, reaching forward, reaching forward. Block or floor, right hand inside or outside of that left foot. And then twisting here. Draw up on the knees. Pull the feet toward each other. Steady your gaze, steady your breath. And both hands release down. Right hand plants. Pinky side of the right foot down. Maybe take this left big toe and lift up. And then Vinyasa, chaturanga, or not. High to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, exhale. Feet to your hands, straight up the center. Halfway, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Chair, inhale. Press up. Bring your hands into your heart. Inhale, chair. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Down dog, exhale. Pause, take a breath in. Step your right foot forward, exhale. Warrior one, rise up. Lift, contain, reach up. Release your hands back down, chaturanga. Rise. Breath never stifled. If you need extra breaths, you take them. Pause with an inhale. Exhale, step that left foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees. Imagine you're going to come into crow. Maybe you do. Bring your feet to your hands. Knees to your triceps. Maybe take a little lift up. Release the feet down, chair. Press up. Bring your hands into your heart. Inhale, chair. Forward fold, exhale. Crow if you'd like, or just pull the heart forward. And then chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, rise. Dog, exhale. Pause for an inhale. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Root to rise, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, heart to sky. Exhale, dog. Pause, inhale. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Root to rise, warrior one. And then chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Yes. And downward facing dog. I don't always do Surya Namaskara B. That sounds like the beginning of a beer commercial. I have like a love dislike. It's not hate, just a love dislike with Surya B. It's challenging. The breath is constant. Lift the heels, inhale. Bend your knees. Imagine crow. Maybe take it. And then come into chair. Obviously, we're doing a variation on Surya Namaskara B. Press to stand. Bring your hands to your heart. Last time, chair. Forward fold. Half forward fold or crow. And then chaturanga. Rise. Down dog. Inhale. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Warrior one. Chaturanga. Rise. Down dog. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Rise to warrior one. And then chaturanga. Lift, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Rise high to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, look forward, bring your feet to your hands. Crow if you want. And then chair. And stay in chair. Bring your hands to your calves, and then take your chest to your thighs and forward fold. Come right back up into chair, please. Take your hands to your calves and forward fold. Come back to chair, inhale. Hands to calves, exhale, fold. Last time, inhale. And then we stay here. So give some pressure into your legs and let the legs push back into the hands. Broaden across the collarbones. Hug the elbows in. Balance a weight in your feet. Release your hands, pull your heart forward. Vinyasa, chaturanga, vinyasa, or right to down dog. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right leg back, inhale. And then place your right foot forward. Put your left knee down. Straighten the front leg. Shift forward. Take the pinky side of your right foot with your whole hand. Good. So kind of cup that foot with your hand. Turn your left foot over to the left. Bring your right shoulder inside of the right knee. And then just bring your foot up. Think half happy baby here. Good. You've got the pinky side. Maybe start to push that leg up. And then drive down to that left arm. Beautiful. Come back around, kick that left foot back, bring that right foot back around. You didn't have to do it with a straight leg, you just do it however you can get there. Good. And then rebend the front leg. Plant the hands, step back. Chaturanga. Rise. And dog. Left leg back. Face the left foot forward. Right knee down. Straighten the front leg, half splits. You can play with your position here. You can slide back, you can move forward. Find what you need. Dig the front heel down, push the back foot, whether the toes are tucked or flat, that's up to you. But any point that's in the floor, use it. Use it. Good, rebound the front leg. Take the pinky side of your left foot with your left hand. You can actually start to bring the left shoulder inside of your knee right now. Kind of hug it in. You're going to kick the right leg over to the right and just bring the foot with you. So you're basically in a half happy baby in a modified Vashisthasana. And then maybe you start to push the foot away. You push down to that right hand. Lengthen your tail. And then bring the leg back around. Both of them back around. Awesome. Yes. Couple breaths. Just resettle. And then rebend the front leg. Step back. Chaturanga. Rise. And down dog. Somehow I forgot to do this on the left side earlier, but we're going to make up for it, I promise. Right leg is going to go back right now. Come high into the left toes. We're going to hop the right foot forward or step the right foot forward. So if you want to hop up, you take it up. Right foot comes down. We're going to come into crescent. Lifting up. Yeah. Beautiful. Hands into your heart. Left arm outside your right thigh. And we twist. Pull the feet toward each other. Good. Now, options, options, options. Right hand, or left arm rather. Left hand comes to your right hip. This forearm sort of mimics the thigh bone. And then right arm up. And then maybe the hand behind the back. And so we're getting an unwrapped wrap. And you can use your right hand under your left hip to kind of give it a little lift here. Pull the heart forward, pull the feet toward each other. Beautiful. We're going to unravel this to warrior two. Bring it up and around. Front leg straightens, lift the toes, and then Skandasana. Sink to the back of your mat. And then dig the right heel and maybe pull the right knee up a little bit. And then use this energy here to lift up into goddess. And then bring the feet in closer together and start to sink down. Even deeper. So it's like a really wide Malasana or a narrow goddess. And then press the arms out into legs. I'm just going to flip so that you can see press. So really wide Malasana. or narrow goddess. Yes. And the hands come down. You hug the knees into your shoulders. And then lift your butt up a little bit. Pull the heart forward, pull the gaze forward. Squeeze the shoulders with your knees. Lift your heart, send your butt back, squeeze your shoulders. Pull the heart forward, send your hips back, squeeze your shoulders. Push into the floor with your hands and your feet. It's a bit of an isometric. Two more breaths. And then bring the hands around. Down dog or chaturanga through. And then left leg back. Come high in the right toes. Either step the left foot forward or you're going to hop up. Left foot down. And then right leg back. And crescent. And I'm just going to flip it this way, but you stay where you are. Hands into heart. If I can get my feet under me. And then take the twist. And then stay here, or you're going to bring the arm around. Bring the arm around. Really nice, really nice. We unravel to warrior two. Root the back heel. Awesome. And rise up. And then Skandasana. Good. Dig that left heel in. Consider putting a little bend in that knee. Starting to feel that hamstring fire up. Yeah. You can support. You don't have to have your hands here. You can totally be here. Yeah. Good. And then use that energy to pull up. Bring the hands right down this time. Bring the feet in substantially. Drop the hips. Come right into that squeeze, please. Shoulders inside of knees. Pull the heart forward. I've taken my hands to the back of my heels. So I like putting the webbing of my thumb to index finger right on my Achilles. I'm kind of get a little stretch here. And then squeeze the knees and feel how that lifts your booty. Bring the feet a little closer together. Maybe slide the hands up to the calves and start to work the shoulders inside. And so we've got the energy of cat's pose here. And then hands to the ground, behind the feet. And then get light in the heels. Squeeze the shoulders. You don't have to leave the ground. Maybe you start to lift the feet up. And it just happens, like my feet are down, oh, no, now they're up. There's a shift that happens. You let the hips kind of bring you back. Oh, that was too much. And that might happen, that happens. Titivasana. You can also hook the feet together, and that gives you a little bit more weight in the front here, like this. But if you want, you get light, and then you squeeze, and you lift. Yes. And I'm gonna bend the knees, feet down, and then Prasarita Padottanasana, releasing the head, releasing the spine, and taking some time here. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. If you are a happy headstander, happily take a headstand. I'm typically not a happy headstander, so I typically don't do it. But some days I'm happy in it. And if you're not sure if you're happy, This is how you test it. You put your head down. You start to take weight, hands and head equally, without lifting the feet up. And then that's how you get some feedback. You've got to listen to that feedback. Don't ignore it. If your neck says, eh, don't do it.
If you're in a headstand, straddle down carefully. And then inhale halfway.
Lengthen the spine. Bring your hands back around top of the mat. Last chaturanga of the day. If you so choose to take it. Lift the heels, bend your knees, look forward. We're going to come onto our backs. You can jump through or simply bring your feet forward and then take it back.
Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Feet flat on the ground.
Your feet do not have to be at hip distance. They can be wider. Your toes can be slightly open.
But don't just go right to the easiest position. Go somewhere where you feel like you've got some connection, like there's some work to be done. And then press the feet down and rise, using the shoulders to root down to ground. Stretch the knees forward. Drive the heels down. Yes, drive them down. Imprint your feet and then pull your feet toward your shoulders. If you reach down and touch your hamstring on either side, your hamstrings should be a little bit awake. Ideally, they're a little awake. Your glutes are a little awake, quite a bit awake actually. But it's the drawing the heels toward the shoulders that wakes up the hamstrings. And then release it down. Good. We're going to come right back up again. This time hold the edges of your mat or lace your fingers. And then with your fingers laced, pull them against each other. Pull the hands away from each other so you get some contraction there. Push the feet down, pull your heels toward your shoulders, and then the back of your body kind of lights up. And in all that work in the back body, you open the front body. One more inhale, and then release it down. Take the feedback. And then finally, one more time, bridge if you want to move into Urdhva Dhanurasana on this last one. Bring your hands by your shoulders, crown the head, or not, and then rise up. Tiny little. Can you find that same action in the feet in up bow that you did in bridge? Imprint, pull toward your hands. And then releasing down. Happy baby. Pull and push, pull and push. Maybe extend the legs out. And then draw back into center. Give yourself one more squeeze here. Knees into chest, curl the shoulders up. And then release the legs all the way out. If there's one thing that you really need before Shavasana, this is the time to do it. If you prefer to sit in meditation to finish your practice there, please do that instead. When you're ready, you'll settle into your final resting position. the biggest encouragement I'll give you here is just do less. Allow your breath to deepen. If you're in Shavasana, wake up gently, hands and feet, arms and legs, and then however you'd like to move there, you'll come onto or come into a seated position when you're ready. And once you're seated, draw your hands into your heart and just bow your mind to your heart. Honor that you showed up, that you got on your mat. You spent some time, obviously together, but with yourself. Let your head lift up and allow your eyes to open gently.